Hey guys, and welcome to Digimon World. My name is Steel, and I'll be your host for the day, evening, lunchtime. I'm not sure what time it is where you guys are. And assuming I can get my controller to work properly, which I can't for some reason, we are going to play Digimon World. And, well, as you guys can probably tell, I'm a fan of this game. I've played a lot of this game. This is the game that I usually play when I'm trying to start off a channel. This is my third, maybe fourth shot. And, well, we're getting better each time. We're gonna play as professional. So, Digimon's gonna ask us a bunch of questions here. And depending on our answers, a couple of different things will happen. This one here will answer whether or not we have, whether or not we get. This one will change what we can get as our starter Digimon. We are recording. Yep. Okay. Sorry, guys. Mildly distracted. So if we pick day, well, I'll go through it and I'll explain afterwards. What is my name? My name is Steel. Yes, it is. Yep, you're right. Don't worry, Digimon. And my Digimon name. What will my partner's name be? Yeah. Um. No, we are just gonna go back for the we are gonna go for the throwback to, well, whoever has actually heard my voice before. It might have been from, a bit of a throwback channel. So we're gonna throw it in there. We're gonna do it. Yeah, might as well throw back. Yep. So that's all the questions he has. So now we have one of three, maybe four cutscenes in the entire game. Our character is primarily mute in these cutscenes. I think he has a total of three, maybe four lines in the entire game. But hey, it's an RPG-ish. Volume or talkativeness is not exactly what our heroes specialize in. And line 1 without lips moving. It's worth noting that this is a PS1 game. It is Japanese, obviously. It's PS1 Digimon. But they managed to translate the paper. There's pudding in the fridge if I get hungry. It's worth noting. There is pudding. And there's beeping. Because we've never heard this before. Now, kind of a bit of fun trivia that a lot of people don't seem to know is that this game is kind of what added to the anime that was spawned from this. So the game started, well, the game is based off the little Tamagotchi style battle pets. Things that everyone and their mother had way back in the day. Now, from that, it becomes this game. This game's a bit of a weird concept, let's be honest here. It becomes this game, and then the game became the anime, and then now the anime is trying to become the game again. So it's kind of a really weird cycle of rebirth that we're getting here. So, yep, here's 3 lines that a character has. We have one more in the entire game. I hope you enjoyed the voice acting they had. But yeah, so Digimon and shit and stuff and things. Yeah. So here we have a loading screen. Very special. Now, as you can see behind me there, anyone who's a fan of the Digimon series, which, well, at this point I'm assuming all of you are, or were at one point, is Agumon, our partner Digimon. Now, if I answered no, if I answered night, then I would have gotten a Gabumon, like night, or I think if I don't have any friends, I get Gabumon as well. But I never actually, messed around with it that much. Now, there's actually a bit of a sequence break you can get with Gabumon. If you can kill him off twice, you get something called a Bakuman, which is a champion level. And you can theoretically get him on, I think, your, second or third day. Which is, a little bit quicker, but we're not going for that break, so we're going to be doing a couple others just for shits and gigs. Digi what? I'm sorry guys, I'm not planning on reading the text that much, unless it's something absolutely ridiculous. So we have our little bunny there, next to the pink blob, next to the red blob, next to the plant, next to demon, then black blob, a white ghost thing, and a what looks to be a beach ball with a spike ram through it. And then right to the left of Digimon is a floating puffball. I didn't know they had cotton balls in Digiland. Or File Island. So yeah, this is riveting action, I know, it's such an action-packed game. Yeah, we got sucked into a keychain. We got digitized. Let's get digital. Here we go. I'm running out of songs I can reference. Digimon songs. 7 young kids go to camp for the summer. Yeah. Yep. We went there. This is old school, man. This is like 2000 era. Actually, I think this is actually exactly 2000 era. So, I'm not wrong. I'm just not overly right. But yeah. Oh, sorry. I got mildly distracted there. I saw something shiny on my desk that I wasn't sure what it was. So, I don't know how regularly I'll be uploading this, just for the record. Just throwing that out there on the record for the first, unless you count the intro video. The first video we have, I'm moving in a couple of days, and I just decided today I wanted to start recording. So, no way, it sounds like playing over there. Alright, let me do something. Okay, so there's a number of things we want to do on our first day here, unfortunately. We want to, well, you know what, since we actually got out of Digimon's long-winded trap, let's go do the first thing now. So our Digimon, oh, that's gonna be awkward. Our Digimon has stats. Let's show them here. So going from the top down, we have our HP, which is hit points, MP, which is magic points, offense, defense, speed, and brains. Pretty standard, let's be honest here. Now, those stats affect what your Digimon will digivolve into. Same with your weight and your care mistakes. Care mistakes are kind of an awkward thing. I'll explain those more when we get into a point where we'll have them. Now here we have our techniques menu. So as you can see, we only have one technique, because we're just starting out. We're not that smart yet. But we can learn a bunch more. So let's just come up here and talk to the plant, Tanamon. Tanamon, they grow meat on the farm. Yep, just in the ground. They plant meat seeds. It's a true story. So we got 3 pieces of meat. I didn't mean to push that button again. And so now we have our item menu, which we have meat. I'll show that off a little bit more in a second. Meat gives like 1 hunger point to your Digimon, and I think increase their weight by 2. Then we want to talk to Togemon, the bunny, and we get a lot of items. Now, we have a lot of items. So he gives us another 3 pieces of meat, which is going to be useful. 3 small recoveries, a restore, MP floppy, bandage, and medicine. Medicine, when your Digimon gets sick, you need to give it to him. It doesn't happen regularly, so don't need to worry too much about that. Bandages, if you're in battle for too long, you do get wounded. MP floppy and small recovery are both recovery items. Small recovery is health, MP floppy is MP. Meat is already explained, and restore will revive your Digimon if he faints in battle. Now, if he faints in battle, he actually loses a life. He has 3 lives to start with. You can see them right where it says life. And yeah, so if he loses 3 lives, he's dead. He gets redigitized into something new. So here we have Green Gem. We have Koromon, who is what ONWARD evolves from, but we're not going to talk to him because I can explain it all better. So here we have offensive training, which raises your attack power. Defense raises defense. Speed raises speed. And then we have brains, which we're going to do a couple training sessions of to start with. I'm not going to train too much at the very start here, just so I don't bore you guys. So, as you can see from the little speech bubble, he's hungry, so we're going to feed him. That's simple. you guys ever have one of those colds that you just really wish would leave you alone? Well, that's kind of what I'm going through now. I'm coming right up on the tail end of it. And so my throat's still a little scratchy, so I apologize if I sound a little wonky. So there we go. We now have 100 brains, and he needs to take a shit. And he's hungry. What a ravenous little bastard. But yep, so each training session takes about an hour of in-game time. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's exactly an hour. So we're just going to go to the washroom. We're going to go to the washroom. I'm sorry, I'm used to playing this with a joystick rather than the D-pad. The D-pad's just wonky, man. And this game was never meant to have a joystick used for it. So we're playing it real style, man. And then we're going to come down here. Alright, and I'm going to try, and I didn't pull it off. If you make it down to the opposite end of the map, your character says something like, I can't just run away from him or something, or I can't lose him, is what he says. So here we have our first battle. Now, as you guys can see, I have more MP than I do not. If you press select, their HP will stay up throughout battle. However, I don't think my select button is working because I'm not using my standard controller. And that he just used an attack we can learn. Now that's why I raised my brains up, because there have been rumors that the higher your brains are, the more likely you are to learn a technique. Every 50 points of your brain, you have a chance to learn a new technique. We did not learn a new technique there, unfortunately. Oh, sorry guys, if I'm going suddenly dark there, it's probably because I'm coughing up a storm on my end. So we fight him, and then we're like, hey, you know what? You look like us. You should come to the city. You'll like it there. You're like 3 steps away from it. Come on, come to the city, man. And well, he bows into peer pressure. Yep. That's how we're starting this game off. Peer pressure, man. Alright, so now we're going to go back up here, and we're going to go through the training again. I'm going to go through all of it this time. I'm only going to do a handful of them, though, just because our stats. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get certain stats up too high, because then we're not going to get the evolution I'm aiming for. Because the evolution I'm aiming for, I can sequence break pretty hardcore with. I've played this game a ton, so I know a lot of the little secrets that you can kind of get away with. Now, I also know about care mistakes. I'm sorry for these silences, guys. I forgot to grab a drink before I started recording, and now I'm kind of locked into it. So I know about care mistakes. If you train your Digimon too much, he will start to get tired. He'll get a sweat bead above his head, and if you train him too hard past that, he starts only getting 1 stat point from each training session rather than the 8 we're getting now. Now, this seems like it's an okay thing. It's not a great thing, but it's an okay thing. But it's really not, because it's a care mistake every time you do it. Same with letting him poop on the ground, or making him work out when he's hungry, or tired, or etc., etc. Anything you would do to a child, essentially, you don't want to do here. So, we got to... Yep, we're okay there. So now we're going to move to punching him in the face. Yep, you can punch your Digimon in the face. Repeatedly. For about a minute. Now, I'm not going to make that happen, because I'm not that patient, to be fair. Now that raises his brains up. And now he's tired. Does he need anything else before we go to bed? No, we're good. Okay. So, oh yeah, we also have praise and scold. If he does something bad, we scold him. If he does something good, we praise him. Pretty standard fare. So, nap time. So now what I always do is I always go save and go. Because that just saves your games and saves your game and goes to sleep. And now it's day 2, which means he is age 1. When he's age 3, we're going to get our first champion level Digimon, and that's going to be an exciting thing, that's for sure. I should have shown this off earlier. Here's our player. Our level is 0 because we haven't raised any Digimon yet. Well, we haven't done anything noteworthy, so we're an amateur. Here's our Digivolution charts. So here's our Agumon. He comes from Bottomon, he comes from Koromon, who comes from Bottomon, and he can have 6 different evolutions, and I can't even select these guys. That's upsetting. Yeah, so each one kind of branches out. Typically, rookies have 3 evolutions they can get to. In training Digimon have 3. Baby Digimon have 1. They can only get to their in training form. And then all these guys have a ton of evolutions. This is the meat of the game. You'll be raising a lot of rookies into champions. And then eventually we'll get to the ultimates. But we'll get there when we get there, right? How's his defense again? No, that was what we were working on. So now every day we want to go talk to Tanamon. Or we want to go talk to our meat farm vendor. Because, well, they get hungry a lot. And that free meat at the beginning of the game is really useful. Perfect. Now I don't think that Digimon is going to be the majority of this channel, just because there's 5 games in the entire set, and he needs to poop. So we're going to go ahead and get our food at the same time. So this channel is not going to be primarily Digimon. I just really wanted to play Digimon today, so I'm playing Digimon. But irregardless, so we took a dump, and we're going to go get our food. Just because. Now, eventually in this game, we're going to get a lot more is going to open up to us. After day 3, the game starts to get interesting, in my opinion. But for now, we gotta train up because we're really weak. Like, we're really, really weak. We're not in great shape, so. And next up is going to be speed, which is actually, I think, going to raise our offense as well. No, it raises HP. What raises offense? Oh, it's boulder pushing. God damn. Yeah, so we need to train up our offense one more time, unfortunately. Actually, no, we'll just go fight a couple battles outside. That's what we'll do. Fighting battles is actually better for raising your stats up, but it also runs the risk of your Digimon fainting, or dying, even. So that's kind of the trade-off you get. Now at this point I actually think we're going to be strong enough to take on some of these guys. Now these guys out here are Mordecai Betamon. They drop small recoveries, which are extremely useful at this stage in the game for us. Yeah, and you'll see me run around these sides a bit. And that's just because occasionally items will spawn there, like the Digimon mushroom I picked up. Which is, it does the same thing as the meat does. So, we're just going to have him go all full bore and attack a lot. Because we need to go and fight some more guys and recruit them to the city. That's what we need to do right now. I think we need to get... We need to get 2 for sure. And I think we need to start on the 3rd, but we don't have to get the 3rd to the city. And unfortunately, he didn't drop a small recovery. Now, a couple friends and I had, or 2 friends and I had a couple test recordings of this. And in which, both of them managed to get like 8 fucking small recoveries before I'd even gotten 1. So let's hope that we don't have another set of this. Now, if you guys are wondering what happened to all that footage, well, it died. We'll leave it at that. It died. It was not happy. We had echoey sound all throughout. I was not willing to release any of it. Come on, dude. Oh, you little bastard. Yeah, see, these guys hit like trucks, unfortunately. And we can't learn any techniques from them either, so there's not even really any point to fighting them, unfortunately. However, we have to fight them anyways, and we have a small recovery. Thank God. Because I want to get like 6, if possible, to do what I want to do. I know you're hungry, but I want to check your stats. Yep. So you can see we're slowly getting our offense up and our speed up and everything. We're actually going to feed him the Digimushroom. And now, before I end the video off, I'm going to go show you what Agumon does for our city. He opened something that is arguable how useful it is. Since I'm no longer a child and actually know how to play the game, when I was a kid I needed this a lot. I don't need what he does that much, but I can see its usefulness. He runs the item bank. So when you die in battle, you can like the guys that kill you will just pick apart your Digimon and steal all your items, or well, the items they want. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put our bandages in there, our medicine in there, and that's it for now. So this is just gonna keep it safe. In here, they can't do anything with it, like they can't get at it. But regardless. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good point to end the video. I need to go get a drink before, I have another coughing fit. Anyways, guys, this has been Steel playing Digimon World for the PS1. Thanks to Demon. We'll see y'all next time.